the corona effect in transmission line. So first question is, what is corona? Okay, so there will be free electrons present everywhere in the space, okay, in the air. It will be present everywhere in space or air. Now what happens if you consider a transmission line? It is going to create an electrostatic field around it, right? We have already discussed in a previous lecture, when you take a conductor, the electric field or the electric stress as we call it, it is going to be maximum at the surface and it is going to reduce as we move away from the conductor. So the same thing happens in a transmission line. The region that is nearer to the conductor, there is going to be an electric stress or electrostatic field, okay. So this electrostatic field is going to exert force on the free electrons, right, because that is what a field does. The field will exert a electric force on the free electrons or any charge to that matter, right. So these free electrons are going to gain some momentum around the transmission lines, okay. So what will happen when these electrons gain momentum? These electrons will collide with the nearby air molecules, okay, and molecules are nothing but they have atoms, and in the atoms they have electrons. So these free electrons, they are going to collide with the nearby air molecules and ionize some more electrons from the nearby molecules. First you can write this part: the free electrons near the transmission lines experience electrostatic force due to the electric field generated by the transmission line, okay. So under the effect of this force or under the influence of this force, the electrons, the free electrons will gain momentum to be able to dislodge more free electrons by colliding with the nearby air molecules. Now what are these free electrons going to do? These are going to again further gain momentum and again going to dislodge more electrons, right. So in this way an electron avalanche is produced, okay, and this is going to result in an electric discharge around the conductor. But one thing you have to remember here, this happens only after a certain voltage is exceeded. So only beyond a certain voltage, right. For low voltage lines you are not going to see corona. Only for a voltage that is above a certain amount of voltage you are going to see corona, because only then, higher the voltage, higher is going to be the electrostatic field, and then the momentum that is gained by the electrons will be high. So it will depend on the voltage. So now the new free electrons in turn gain momentum and dislodge more free electrons, more electrons from the molecules. This leads to an electron avalanche, forming an electric discharge around the conductors. What is discharge? It is nothing but without the conductor, there is no conductor, but there will be some electric pathway along the air itself, okay. So that is the electric discharge. So sometimes this is going to be visible as a faint luminescent glow, okay, and then we call it as corona. So this appears as a faint luminescent glow. This phenomena is called as corona. So in fact the electric discharge itself, that itself is called corona, and if it is visible then it is called the visual corona. Now the voltage beyond which the corona will occur, that is called as the critical disruptive voltage. The voltage above which corona occurs is called critical disruptive voltage. And to be visible to the naked eye, it has to be a little more, the discharge has to be a little more, okay, and that voltage is called as the visual disruptive voltage. So the voltage at which ionized air is seen as a faint luminescent glow is called visual disruptive voltage, visual critical disruptive voltage. Okay. Now the next question is, what are the effects of corona, right? Only then we are interested. There should be some problem or advantage with something, then only we will discuss about it, right? So what is the effects? So the first obvious effect is the losses. Now what happens? The free electrons are experiencing force and they are able to dislodge other free electrons, right? So this ionization, whatever is happening, and the movement, the increase in momentum, whatever is happening, it has to be from some power source, right? So where do they gain that from? It gains from the supply system only. There is going to be some losses there. So the energy used for ionization and movement of electrons. So ionization of air molecules and movement of electrons is derived from the supply. Supply system is nothing but the power from the transmission line, right? So this power loss is termed as corona loss. The next one is radio interference. So this electric discharge, it is going to produce some electromagnetic and electrostatic interference in the nearby communication lines, okay. The electric discharge will produce electrostatic and electromagnetic interference in nearby communication lines. So this is one effect. Now the third one is, it increases the line capacitance. So why is this the case? The charge storage capacity is going to increase, right? More charge now is being stored. You can also see it in terms of increased effective diameter. So if you consider the transmission line, let's say this is the thickness, okay. Now what is going to happen? There is going to be some free charge all around the conductor, okay. So all around the conductor. So now what is happening? Initially this is the diameter and now the diameter is going to increase, okay. So you can see from the expression of capacitance, what was it? 2 pi epsilon by ln GMD by GMR. So when the radius, this radius is going to increase, what will happen to this term? This is going to reduce, and if it is reducing, the capacitance will increase. So you can see it in terms of increased effective diameter as well. And next is the release of ozone. So the ozone is going to lead to corrosion of the conductor, okay. So ozone is produced due to corona, which causes corrosion of the conductor. So these are all the various disadvantages that we have.